Devils unfortunately trailing 20-14 as we get set for the second half. Both teams have just come out of the locker room, so I'm sure the extra 3 minutes, the optional 3 minutes that I don't ever remember doing a game where it wasn't added, will be added to the clock. Just make it an 18-minute halftime and get on with it, Jim.
Sure. Yeah, it gives me more time to run to the concession stand and get something to drink.
Single-handedly pulling the local economy out of the doldrums, the Hanson family in those games.
Well, you know, we do our best. You know, seriously, though, as Peoria Notre Dame comes out, they execute very well. Their offense is precise. They don't, you know, haven't turned the ball over tonight. We talked about turnovers being a key. No one actually is, there's been no turnovers. We've only seen, 3 total passes attempted. The Devils 2 on their last possession, kind of throwaway type plays. But who's going to stop who? That's what it comes down to. The Devils have gotten 2 big runs, one from Osborne, one from Robbins to set up that big first drive. But if our defense doesn't put something together here and get some stops, we're looking at trying to score four more touchdowns to try and win this game.
It's going to be tough to do here tonight against a very good Peoria Notre Dame team. This is a team that went to the state quarterfinals last year, lost a couple of skill guys to graduation, but they are back in a big way in 2013. They lead the Blue Devils 20-14 the second half. It kicks off next on 103.9 The Fox.
You're listening to Blue Devil.
All right, how long you want here?
2 minutes here, and then we'll be ready to roll. 2 minutes here, and we're good to go. Hey, he says Denise is down there.
In the past, everyone came to you and you did business at your own kitchen table.
This is Financial Services Representative Michael Libman with MetLife in Quincy. I still make house calls. I'll confidentially ask you questions to help you make decisions about your life insurance, IRAs, long-term care insurance, investing and estate planning. Call me and I'll come sit with you at your kitchen table.
MetLife offers financial services and life insurance. Call Michael Libman. He makes house calls.
L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. V is very, very extraordinary. E is even more than anyone that you adore. And love was made for me and you.
About to get underway on 103.9 The Fox. The Blue Devils deferred the kickoff to the second half, so they will be receiving as they trail 20-14. Sean Secreest, Jim Hanson. All right, Doctor, what's your prescription for a victory here in the second half?
Well, it's got to start with the defense in the front 7-8. We need to make some stops. Offensively, you really can't complain. I mean, they've been stopped one time. Otherwise, big plays have helped. We haven't been doing the Notre Dame 6-8 yards a chunk. We'll take the big, 40, 60-yard hit. But it's got to start up front on the defense. We need some, force 3 and outs, some tackles for loss, put them in long situations. And if our defense can't make that change coming out here out of the locker room, I think we're in for a long second half.
20-14, Peoria Notre Dame on top. Tishner ready to kick it away. And the Devils, well, they're going to get a chance to return this one. Devils will have it with Robbins at his own 7-yard line. Out to the 15 at the 20. Cuts it back inside the 25. Now the 30. He's got the corner out to the 35, the 40. And it was just a jersey tackle by the kicker, Chishner, that drug him down on the outside. Blue Devils will have it near midfield off the return by Robbins. 33 yards on the kick return out to the 40.
Yeah, that's a great start and great move. And actually, I was happy I didn't get the Devils number, but there was someone over there that could have thrown a clip and actually let Tishner go to make the tackle. We'll start at the 40-yard line. Obviously, Notre Dame's kicking themselves for not getting that ball in the end zone.
1st and 10 from the 40 for the Blue Devils, moving left to right here in the third quarter. Trying to start 2-0 with the win tonight. It's going to be taken out across the 45, near the 46. Big gain of 5 on first down on the run by Robbins. Robbins now 8 carries, 90 yards on the night. He has been the workhorse for the Blue Devils. Osborne led him at the half with 91 yards on 5 carries. And a leader in the game, Andrew Shadid, he had 109 yards on 11 carries, including touchdowns of 22 and 31. He has been the star and will be all year long for this Peoria Notre Dame squad.
Well, that helps. Illegal participation by Notre Dame. They had 13 guys on the field. A guy ran off late. We'll get an extra 5 yards, and that might give us enough for a first down.
It's going to be very close. They're going to have to measure it. And the side judge is going to look at it, and we'll see if it's going to be a first down indeed.
What is? They don't know what they're doing. Oh, come on.
11:26 to go, third quarter.
There we go.
Just underway. The referee signals first down, and now they'll move the chains on the far side of the field. The chain gang operating in front of the visitors' bench on the far side of the field. That's the south side of the field here at Flynn Stadium. Now the trail man doesn't realize what happened, and the lead man is trying to pull him down. You ever get a bull that doesn't want to move when you pull on the rope? That's exactly what's going on right now.
Somebody grab that guy by the neck and move him now.
The chain gang is sleeping to start the second half. Now they'll get it lined up, and the Blue Devils will have 1st and 10 from the Peoria Notre Dame 49. Blue Devils just picked up 2 feet on the read spot.
Just move the ball. These officials are funny like that.
11:26 to go. 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils from midfield. They trail it by 6. Handoff goes right up the middle, and the Devils are across the 45 down to the 44. Nice hard running on the inside as they took that one with Osborne on the carry. They'll give him 6 on the pickup. He's knocking on the door to 100 here in the third quarter. 2nd down and 4 for the Blue Devils. Wing T with Robbins at the fullback spot. Give it to Robbins. Robbins bounces it outside. He's got the first down. He's shedding blockers to the 35 down to the 34, and it's a pickup of 10 for Robbins. 100 yards on the night on 9 carries for Malik Robbins.
That was as I lose my microphone set, that was a nice hard run by Malik over the left side over Devin Prost, the sophomore left tackle. And, like you said, they seem to, when they need yards or want, a big pop, they're running off the left side and getting good chunks here to start the second half.
1st and 10 now in Peoria territory at the Notre Dame 34. Far side hash marks. Devils want to take it on the sneak to Robbins. He's around the short side to the 30. He picks up 4, and they ran that squeeze to the strong side of the field, trying to get Robbins isolated in the hole one-on-one because we know he can lose anybody and take it all the way to the end zone. But that time, good tackle by the secondary for Peoria Notre Dame coming up to support.
Yeah, and that time they ran the trips single back. Maybe they're setting that up for another game down the road. They're just going to keep running out of that formation. But, if you're a team watching film and you see them come trips like they are now single back and we've never thrown on it.
That's been a favorite formation for Coach Little since he's been here. Going to throw it
there
now on a little slant to Holschlag. Holschlag has it at the 23. He's going to be down to the 21 on a first down. A pickup of 9 on the first completion of the game. Krikard to Holschlag.
I might actually lean out of the booth up here and just scream in pleasure of, we finally threw the ball. That's there. You do that, and we picked up 9 yards. You don't have to have a big hitter every time. That little dump right to Seth Holschlag, let him carry the ball after the catch. Keep the defense honest. And now they got to respect that if we come out into the trips formation with a single back.
Back to the traditional wing T set. It's going to be 1st and 10 off the 21. Double handoff, come to the near side. Osborne's got the hole, and Osborne's hit in the hole at the 20. Oh, that was opening up big to flow to the near side. Osborne tried to cut it back inside, and he got lit up at the 19 for a gain of 2.
And the reason I'm cringing is I thought you and I saw the same thing. If he would have tried to bust that to the sideline, I thought he had a touchdown. Instead, he cut it back right to the guy that ended up making the tackle.
That'll bring up 2nd and 7 at the 19 as the Blue Devils are in the red zone, trailing 20-14. 9 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Behind Cricard, they're going to go on the pitch to the outside. Osborne dances inside. Now to the 15. He's down to the 14. He's going to be stopped after a gain of 4, about 3 yards shy. It'll be 3rd and 3.
Well, interesting play there. They fake the inside handoff now, and unfortunately Osborne's down.
Yeah, Osborne is down and rolling around. So as the medical staff goes out to address Osborne, we'll take a timeout. 8.5 to go, 3rd quarter, 20-14. Peoria Notre Dame leading Quincy High on 103.9 The Fox.
The Blue Devils play.
In the past, everyone came to you and you did business at your own kitchen table.
This is Financial Services Representative Michael Libman with MetLife in Quincy. I still make house calls. I'll confidentially ask you questions to help you make decisions about your life insurance, IRAs, long-term care insurance, investing, and estate planning. Call me and I'll come sit with you at your kitchen table.
MetLife offers financial services and life insurance. Call Michael Libman. He makes house calls.
L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. V is very, very extraordinary.
Been quite some time. 1st and goal for the Devils now from the 9. They trail it by 6. Gonna keep
run,
it on the
George.
near side. Cricard throws it. It's a touchdown on the near side corner. He was able to find Robbins out in the flat, and Robbins, with his sprinter's speed, separated from the defensive back and gets into the end zone. He beats Salander to the corner, and Robbins, for the 2nd week in a row, has a touchdown rushing and a touchdown receiving. Devils have tied it up 20-20. They'll go for the extra point and the lead.
What a nice play call. You know, you've been running it all night, and you fake the sweep to the left, roll Cricard out to his right, and that's rolling to his strong side. Hits Robbins in the flat. Good throw, right on the money. Caught it in stride and was able to fall into the end zone.
The extra point is good. Blue Devils go on top, 21-20. 8 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. You're listening to Devil Football on the Fox.
The Blue Devils play here. 103.9 The Fox.
2 passes inside the 20.
I'm ecstatic.
Upcoming play, Sylvia, sponsored by Hinton Spear Funeral Home and
60 yards to pay dirt. It was set up on a 33-yard kick return by Robbins. He finishes with a 7-yard touchdown reception, and the Devils lead this one 21-20. Unmasig's boot is going to be taken at the 5. Peoria Notre Dame sets up the wedge up the middle, and the Blue Devils bring down Notre Dame at their own 28-yard line. So it'll be decent field position for Notre Dame as they start to answer the Blue Devils' drive. Blue Devils took 4 minutes off the clock with their first possession of the second half. They lead it 21-20. The question is, and I know Osborne had the 65-yard touchdown, but the Blue Devils have to develop someone they can trust when they need a big play, because right now, last week against East Moline, this week against Peoria Notre Dame, it's Robbins each and every time.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Wing T coming up for Peoria Notre Dame. Washington has it on the late give up. He has Sanders with him, and Sanders is going to take it off that right side for a gain of 6 on the play, out to just shy of the 35.
You know, another thing I'd like to say, give these Peoria Notre Dame kids credit. You know, their stud players go both ways. Shadid plays running back and safety. Hurst plays linebacker and tight end. You know, they got a couple linemen, 65, Vonishin, who goes both ways. You know, their players don't come out. We don't have guys that go both ways. So sometime you got to wonder, is, you know, the pounding going to wear you down, get you tired? But so far, I haven't noticed anything, and, you know, Notre Dame, give those kids credit.
That's one of your points that you've made. I just want to point out Cooper Bowles, the center, he does play nose tackle on defense as well, so he's in there more often than not, going both ways. Keeper for the quarterback, Washington, he's from the 29 across the 40, out to just shy of the 43-yard line as he picks up 14 yards on 2nd and 5.
Well, 2 plays, moving the chains. More of the same that we saw in the first half. Now, you know, I'd be just fine if, you know, it's the 20-20 deal. You bend, but you don't break. You give them the, you know, between the 20s, but keep them out of the end zone. That'd be fine, too. But the way things are going, we're just giving up too much yardage.
1st and 10 from the 43 for Peoria Notre Dame. Washington under center, Wing T behind him. They're going to hit this one to the fullback. They rotate over and make Shadid the fullback, and he drives it out to the 50 for a gain of 7.
We just aren't getting any push between the center and 2-guard gaps from our defense.
That's 116 yards on 12 carries for Andrew Shadid. He's just a junior.
So is their quarterback.
Yeah, and Washington's been very good here tonight. You take a look at their other running mate in the backfield, Sanders, the captain. He's the senior.
And I believe Hurst, their big tight end's also a junior.
Wing T again behind Washington. Washington can keep it himself. He looks to run off the left side. He'll be slowed down around the 47-yard line. And that's going to be close to a first down, as he needed just 3 on the play and picked up 4. They'll give him the 47 and the first down. Moving the sticks again, this Peoria Notre Dame offense. You know, they call it the Wing T like the Blue Devils, but it operates, I don't want to say at a higher level, but their offensive line is much more dominating, at least here tonight. And it seems like the backs have so many more choices when they hit the point of attack.
Yeah.
1st and 10 from the Blue Devil 46. They'll spread it out. 1 receiver right, 1 left, 1 tailback.
Oh,
that
false
is
start.
Sanders.
The tackle moved.
And that's going to be false start, as Jim called for.
Came a little late.
That should back up Notre Dame to 1st and 15. They've had 1st and 15 3 previous times tonight, and they have moved easily out of that situation on all 3 occasions. That is going to be the 7th penalty of the night against Peoria Notre Dame for 45 yards, but it hasn't slowed them down much.
No, the only one was that one early on
their opening drive.
Right.
Yeah, they were at a 4th and 3 and ended up in a 4th and 8 and decided to punt rather than go for it. Blue Devils leading the Fighting Irish 21-20. 5.5 to play, 3rd quarter. Back to the Wing T behind Washington. 1st and 15 after the penalty. They're going to hand it off and throw it back at the point of attack. Finally, a big hit. Bondin got in there. He had some help on the inside from Creasy, and they made a big stop that time on the younger Shadid.
I think that might be our first tackle for a loss.
Yeah, they got him all the way back at the 49, which was a no gain on the play.
Yeah, this has been the down that's killed us, though.
Second down.
Second down and long, and we've given them, I think, 22 on a play, 15 on another play. This is where we need to force them. You give them 3 or 4, make it 3rd and 10, 3rd and 11.
Now it's going to be Notre Dame with the I formation, rolling twins to the near side. Moving right to left. Washington's under center. Washington's going to roll out near side and look to throw. Washington head downfield, now takes the ball down, runs into his own man, steps out of an ankle tackle for a loss. He gets back to the original line of scrimmage, dives across the 45 to the 44. He'll pick up 7, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and 8, but the Blue Devils had him for maybe a 1-yard gain back at the 50, and Washington's athleticism able to pick up forward momentum.
Yeah, that just goes to show you the advantage of having a mobile quarterback with some moves and who can be elusive. He just turned a 1-yard gain or a possible loss into a 5-yard gain to set up 3rd and 8. I mean, this is a huge, huge play for the Blue Devils.
I thought the play was run well by Washington. He gave it a 3 count, then got downfield. 3rd and 8, wing T behind Washington from the Blue Devil 45. They're going to roll him out again to the right side. He wants to go over the top. He's got a man open, and it is knocked away by the defense of the Blue Devils. They had their man back there, Bilgree, and Bilgree took it away from the intended receiver. And finally, this defense comes up big on a 3rd down pass play after they were burned numerous times last week at the Soul Bowl. Big stop by the Blue Devils. Big play by Bilgree.
Yeah, that was just, Hurst was open on that flag route again, and again, Washington just put too much air under. He throws a little zip on that. Hurst had Bilgree beat. Bilgree was able to come back at the last second and jump tip that away. They're going for it here on 4th and 8.
Wing T again behind Washington. 4th and 8 from the Blue Devil 44. Put a man in motion. They're going to turn around, hand it off to Shadid. Let him get the 1st down. Blue Devils swarm him down. He's going to be stopped shy at the 41. This Blue Devil defense finally has a signature series late in the 3rd quarter as they take it away on downs from Peoria, Notre Dame.
Yeah, huge stop by the Devils defense there. A little puzzled on that play call on 4th and 8. Tried to get Shadid off a counter play to the right side, coming back from his left. Now, here's the important thing. You've done a great job on defense and made a huge stand. You need to drive the ball, and optimal would be to put 7 points on the board to make them have to score and get a 2-point to come back. You can't go 3 and out.
No. Blue Devils are going to go trips to the left, come up with 1 man in the backfield. They'll hand it off to Robbins, run him to the near side. He's got the 45, the 50. He turns it up to the 40, shakes him in at the 35, leads to the 30, and he's down to the 27. Oh, that's a big pickup from Robbins as he goes for 32 yards on the play, flips the field into Notre Dame territory.
Let me explain to our listeners what they're doing there. Trips to the far left, which means you've taken 3 of their defenders and you've split them to the far side. You are running a solo back with Robbins to the near side. Your right tackle seals the right end, and it's pure speed at that point. They don't think the running back or safety can get there quick enough to get Malik, and that's just what happened.
1st and 10 from the 28. Blue Devils want to run this one inside. They'll take it down to the 25. Where's the spot going to be? Gain of 3 on the play, and good to see Osborne back in there. Jordan Osborne had the cramp earlier, and he takes that one up between the tackles for the Devils. 3 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Blue Devils on top, 21-20. Driving again. They scored a touchdown on their opening possession to take the lead and then stop Peoria Notre Dame. Gain of 3, 106 yards for Osborne on 9 carries. Wing T behind Cricard. 2nd and 7. He's going to hand it off to Unmasig. Unmasig bounces it outside. He's got the 20. He's got a block. He's got the 10. He's going to be down to the 5 and thrown out there. 1st and goal. Blue Devils on a 20-yard pickup by Unmasig.
Well, a nice run by Unmasig. He waited for Osborne to set up the block. Once he got around Prost at the left tackle, Osborne was able to seal his man to the inside. Unmasig bounced it to the outside and was able to take it down to the 5. Going back to that Malik Robbins play just real quick, that's what Quincy wants in that scenario. You get Robbins then one-on-one isolated with a corner or a safety, and you're going to put your money on his speed and his moves being able to avoid a tackle and possibly break it like he did 2 plays ago.
First and goal from the 5 for Quincy High. They lead this one 21-20. They're looking for more. They're going to hand it off on the inside for Unmasig. He powers it down to the 3. So the Blue Devils take it in small chunks here. One of these times they will take a chance toward the edge with either Robbins or Osborne and just make it a race to the pylon. And I like either one of their chances.
And I liked it when they went hurry up like they're doing now. Don't let Notre Dame get set.
Another play. This one runs off the left side. Blue Devils may have gone too fast. Laundry flies on the far side. And this is a dangerous area to take a penalty in. If you get backed up, yes, you stretch the defense out a little bit, but you've got a lot further to go. And this is going to be third penalty of the night against Quincy High for a total of 20 yards.
Yeah, that's on your quarterback. You know, he's got to make sure everyone's set. And, you know, you want to hurry it up, but you got to make sure everyone's set before you snap the football.
So they'll walk it off to the 9-yard line. Second and goal from the 9. We've got some finals coming in from around the conference. We'll share those with you after the Blue Devils score this touchdown. Blue Devils taking some time in the huddle, back at the 20. Now they break the huddle, come up to the line of scrimmage. That's the 9. Second and goal from the 9. Devils leading 21-20. Wing T behind Krikard. They're going to hand it to Robbins. Why not? Run him on a slant. He's down to the 5, fights his way to the 4. He'll be backed up there after a gain of 5. He gets the penalty yardage back.
An interesting stat that I'd love to see, we don't run plays in with wide receivers or running backs. Our quarterback runs over to the sideline every play to get the play and then runs back. I wonder how many miles he runs in a night doing that.
Well, how many miles he casually jogs in a night?
Yeah, it's interesting. We don't run plays in with position players. The quarterback comes over and talks to Coach Little to get each play.
Third and goal from the 3. Sprint routes out wide to the right side. They're going to go on a pitch. Robbins cuts it back inside against the grain. He's stand up at the 1. Second effort. He's near the goal line. He'll be stopped inside the 1. Fourth down and goal. You're going for it here.
I put in my heavy package with Bew, Bondin, and I say I'm getting – they're inside the 1-yard line. If we can't get 1 yard with those 3 guys, Bondin, Hoslog, and Bew, then we don't deserve the touchdown. Move the pile, move the line. Here we go.
Fourth and goal from inside the 1. It'll be the standard back package with Bew as the split wing back. Going to go quarterback sneak. Krikard is into the end zone. Blue Devils go up 27-20 with a chance to add the extra point. A quick snap. They surprise the PND defense, and Krikard scores his first rushing touchdown of the year.
Or just do the quarterback sneak. But good job following our center and right guard and move the pile. And you got to think, you know, somehow, some way, we should at least be able to get half a yard to score a touchdown. Now, this becomes huge, this extra point. Because if we go up 8, they got to score and make a 2-pointer to tie it.
Now, this is a big extra point. The Blue Devils have been perfect in the kicking game tonight. Unmasig puts it up. It fades a little bit to the left, but it's good. And the Devils go up 28-20 with 25 seconds to go in the third quarter. A coming-of-age game is unfolding before our eyes at Flynn Stadium tonight as the Devils are ready to kick it away to Peoria Notre Dame next on the Fox.
In the past, everyone came to you and you did business at your own kitchen table.
This is Financial Services Representative Michael Libman with MetLife in Quincy. I still make house calls. I'll confidentially ask you questions to help you make decisions about your life insurance, IRAs, long-term care insurance, investing, and estate planning. Call me and I'll come sit with you at your kitchen table.
MetLife offers financial services and life insurance. Call Michael Libman. He makes house calls.
A lot of people had on their mind before this game, Jim, was would the Peoria Notre Dame special teams be too much for the Blue Devils to handle? Right now, I'm putting a big check mark in the special teams box for the Blue Devils as they have a 28-20 lead with 25 seconds to go in the third quarter here at home over PND because of special teams. Low kickoff by Unmasig. It squibs down to the 4-yard line. Picked up by Shadib. He's got room out to the 20, now to the 25, the 30. He'll be brought down at the 40, and Peoria Notre Dame will start from their own 40-yard line.
Got a penalty on the play, but
as they sort out the penalty, let me give you the finals from around the conference. Alleman gets in the win column with a 28-7 win over Galesburg. That was at home tonight for Alleman. Rock Island knocks off Richwoods 29-10. Richwood starts the season 0-2. Rock Island, big game there. United Township, East Moline, 21-12 winner over Manual. They've now lost, I believe, 17 in a row. And Peoria Central stays on top of Moline, 18-7. 18-7. Moline asking themselves some questions after week 2.
Well, you know, we benefited there. They had first down at the 40 and an illegal block in the back, goes from the point of contact, and now they're all the way back to the 21-yard line. Another stop here in a punt would be wonderful.
Moline opens the season 0-2. I just wanted to repeat that again so it would sink in. They lost last week at Galesburg, and now they come out and get stymied in week 2 as they score just 7 points at home against Peoria Central.
Central beat Alleman last week. So.
They did, 38-36. That one run by Peoria Notre Dame will run out the third quarter. They will have it 2nd and 3 from their own 29 to start the fourth quarter. That's ahead. The Blue Devils with a 28-20 lead at home over PND. You're listening to Devil Football. We go to the fourth quarter on the Fox.
Your end zone.
All right, what do you want to do here?
Minute?
1 minute here. And, okay, you just did the ID. Cool. 1 minute here. Is the, did audition freeze up, or is that just having an issue?
I don't know what the deal was. It played everything except the actual play.
Oh, okay. No problem. Just integrate it into the post-game highlights if you can.
In the past, everyone came to you and you did business at your own kitchen table.
This is Financial Services Representative Michael Libman with MetLife in Quincy. I still make house calls. I'll confidentially ask you questions to help you make decisions about your life insurance, IRAs, long-term care insurance, investing, and estate planning. Call me and I'll come sit with you at your kitchen table.
MetLife offers financial services and life insurance. Call Michael Libman. He makes house calls.
L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. V is very, very extraordinary. E is even more than anyone that you adore. And love was made for me and you.
Their sights set on something big this season. Coach Little talked about this being a playoff team in the second week of preseason. Now can they start the season 2-0? Run up the middle for Sanders. He is out across the 40 to the 45, driven back at the 48. But that's going to be a pickup of 21 yards for Sanders. Let's see where they spot it. That's going to dig Peoria Notre Dame out of a deep hole and put them near midfield. They'll give him a pickup of 19 as they spot him down at the 47.
You know, it's like taking 1 step forward and then 2 steps back. You know, we look like on the last series, look like, you know, we've got it figured out and we know what to do. And then we come out here and 2 plays are already out almost, midfield.
11:45 to go in the ball game. Blue Devils up 8. 1st and 10 from near midfield. Hand this one off. Sanders again. Blue Devils miss an ankle tackle. Now get in late. Throw him forward for an extra 3 yards as Brockenmiller made the stop. But it's going to be another first down all the way down to the 37 as they pick up 10 on the run by Sanders. We mentioned earlier that there is a 4-alarm fire raging in downtown Quincy. The conjecture is that it is an unoccupied building, one of historic significance and close to the 1039 The Fox Studios in the Lincoln Douglas building. Any more information we'll pass along to you as we get it. Double handoff on the inside. That is the younger Shadid. He takes it up the middle to the 30. It'll be a gain of 8 on the play as he breaks to the 29.
You know, the problem I'm seeing with Bonded and Bew, our inside linebackers, they're over pursuing and getting cut off from push from the lineman, or they're getting washed out and then the back is cutting off that block to the backside. Once Peoria Notre Dame's running backs are getting past the defensive line, they got open space.
2nd and 2 from the 29. Wing T behind Washington. They're going to give this one to Sanders again. Sanders doesn't get much, but 4 is going to be plenty to move the chains. And it's 1st and 10 from the Blue Devil 25 for Notre Dame.
Kind of like that zone read you see college pro teams run. Linemen flow to the right, get everyone coming that way. Back sees it, cuts off the backside center, backside guard. You wash Bonded and Bew out of the play. There's no one on the backside, and they get those big chunks of yardage each time.
1st and 10 from the Blue Devil 25 for Peoria Notre Dame. Washington, he's going to hand it off at Shadid down to the 22-yard line. Gain of 3.
He stopped on a dime and left one of our defensive linemen on the ground.
So the Blue Devils, you mentioned bending but not breaking. Giving up yardage between the 20s but stiffening up when you come to the red zone. Peoria Notre Dame is on the cusp of it now. 2nd and 6 from the 22-yard line. Wing T behind Washington. Salander is off at the wing spot on the right. They're going to keep it with Washington. Washington's hit at the 20. He'll be drilled down at the 17, and that could be either a hold or a face mask. And Washington is down, and he is rolling around in pain. And Blue Devils are calling for the medical team to assist Washington. And we also have Peoria Notre Dame's Patrick Dahl, the 6'1", 235-pound senior lineman, down as well. So the medical personnel will earn their money. 10 minutes to go in the ball game. Blue Devils up 28-20. You're listening to Blue Devil coverage on 103.9 The Fox. We'll let the medical team go to work and return to Flynn Stadium in a moment.
In the past, everyone came to you and you did business at your own kitchen table.
This is Financial Services Representative Michael Libman with MetLife in Quincy. I still make house calls. I'll confidentially ask you questions to help you make decisions about your life insurance, IRAs, long-term care insurance, investing, and estate planning. Call me and I'll come sit with you at your kitchen table.
MetLife offers financial services and life insurance. Call Michael Libman. He makes house calls.
L is for the way you look.
Oh, nice play.
2nd and 13 after a 10-yard holding penalty against Peoria Notre Dame. The Blue Devil front line stiffens up, and they deny Sanders anything with a great hit by Blaine Schluter from the defensive line.
Well, and Peoria Notre Dame had their backup quarterback in because Washington had to sit out because of the official stopping the play for an injury timeout. He has to come out of play. So
yeah, he had a cramp there, and he'll be right back in here, although he is moving gingerly coming back in from the sideline.
3rd and Big 12.
Peoria Notre Dame now with some confusion on their package. They have guys running in and out on the far side, and the coaching staff is absolutely screaming. 9:10 to go. Blue Devils lead 28-20. Trying to start the season with a big win at home. Washington, play is broken. He rolls out to the near side, wants to dump it over the middle. Blue Devils go for the hit. It's caught at the 15. That's going to be a first down on 3rd and 12. The Blue Devils give up 13, and last week's inability to communicate on long pass plays in the secondary comes back to bite the Devils again. They're just running that drag over the middle to Hurst. He gets 13. First and 10 from the 15 now for Peoria Notre Dame. They need a touchdown and 2 to tie. Under 9 minutes to go. Near side hash marks. Washington under center. Salander in on the wing. They're going to hand this one off to Sanders. He's up the middle to the 10. Cuts it to the 5. Still working, and he's going to be finally trapped at the 5-yard line after a gain of nearly 10.
Mark that down. 3rd and 12 with 9 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. You're up 8, and you give up a first down.
They'll give Sanders a gain of 9. He's now over 100 yards with 104. Shadid has 122. It has been a rusher's paradise here tonight. 2nd and 1 from just outside the 5. Turn around, hand it off to Sanders, and he's going to be stopped for no gain on the play. Blue Devils got a number of guys in there, including Osborne, who has come in to help the secondary, and he was able to help stop Sanders for no gain.
Well, Notre Dame's obviously in 2-down territory. It's 3rd and 2 here, maybe a long 2.5 for a first down. Even if they don't get a first down, you know they're going for it down 8 with 7:40 to go in the 4th quarter.
They do have a whale of a kicking game, but getting this close, I'd imagine you'd go for it. 3rd and 2 from the 7. Washington with the wing tee behind him. Comes up, they want to hand it to Sanders again and push. He's going to be stopped for nothing. This Blue Devil defensive line has made this half their calling card on this season. Another big stop for the Blue Devils inside. They were there with Jacob Calvin in to help out. Well, Schluter got another good push, and you have a number of guys who are coming up big.
Terrible spot. The down guy went back another yard, and that sideline judge gave him almost the same line of scrimmage.
It is going to be 4th and 3 from the 8. A loss of 1. Wing tee behind Washington. 4th and 3 from the 8. They're going to run it with Washington. He's got an extra man on the corner of the pitch to Sanders. He runs for the end zone. He'll be stopped, but it's a first down inside the 5. So no touchdown, but 1st and goal from the 2, it looks like, for Notre Dame with 6:43 to go, and the Blue Devils up 8, 28-20. Sanders able to pick up 5 on a key 4th down.
Well, you saw that. They came strong side to the right, double tight end, went to the short side, ran an option pitch, and there was no one there.
1st and goal from the 2. Washington going to hand it off to Sanders. He burrows, and he's got the touchdown. So now the intrigue. The touchdown has been had. A 2-point play should be forthcoming because it's a 28-26 lead for Quincy over Peoria Notre Dame. Can the Blue Devils stop this 2-point conversion? Going for 2 out of the wing tee. Washington comes to the line. Man in motion is the younger Solander. They hand it to Sanders. He's not going to get there. He's not going to get there. And the Blue Devils stop him short. Devils hold on to a 2-point lead, 28-26, after Peoria Notre Dame fails to convert on a 2-point conversion.
I was a little shocked by that. They ran the same formation they ran with the option. Shadid comes around on the wing in motion. I thought they were going to run. If Washington had kept it on an option to the far side, I think one of them would have walked in pretty easy. But good stand by the Devils now. Well, you know, they didn't get the 2-point conversion, but 1 or 2 really doesn't matter to them. They got the field goal kicker. They're still they're within 1 score. So Quincy can't rest here because if we put a touchdown on the board, that forces Peoria Notre Dame to have to score twice in the 4th with under, whatever time's left.
Yeah, there's 6:35 on the board right now.
Right.
And this, if you're going to be a wing tee pounded offense, this is where you come out and win the game.
Right. And if I'm Peoria, I don't do an onside kick. I don't know why Quincy's even setting up for that. If I'm them, I boot it and make Quincy High do something from their own 20.
Tishner ready to go. He approaches it, and he is going to boom it. He's going to boom it deep, and the Blue Devils will have it at their own 20.
Yeah. I don't know why we thought they'd set up for an onside kick. I mean, heck, there's 6:34 to go in the 4th.
Yeah, this isn't a do or die for an onside kick with, say, 34 seconds to go.
Right, and here's the point you just made. If Quincy High wants to take their team to the next level and their program to the next level, this is the time where you make the statement and say, okay, you know what? We're a wing tee running team. You're not going to stop us. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to grind this clock out, and we're going to run the game out. And we're going to do it and either give you the ball with very little time left, or we're going to put in the end zone.
1st and 10 from the 20. Devils move right to left. The game is on their hip. Blue Devils want to run it on the inside. Devils take it across the 20 out to the 25-yard line on a great 2nd and then 3rd effort by Robbins. Boy, there wasn't much there, and he made it happen.
Yeah, there sure wasn't. He kind of cut right, cut left, hopping around.
148 for Robbins a week after he had 129. So he is celebrating his senior season in a big way to start.
Yeah, and another thing about this program and this team, we need some wins where we should beat teams that are as good or better than us. You need to come out. This is a very good Peoria Notre Dame team.
Second down and 5 from the 25. They're going to go with the I, offset I here behind Cricard. Pitch it to the outside, and that's going to be a run for Robbins. He dances at the 25, spills his way up to the 27, lunges forward to the 29. Let's see what spot the Devils get. They're going to mark him at the 28-yard line.
All right, so we thought the 3rd and 12 was a defining moment for our defense when we couldn't convert, couldn't stop them. You talk about a defining moment for your offense. 3rd and 2 from your 28, 5:20 and counting in the 4th. You've got a 2-point lead, and you want to keep the ball, and prove something.
Blue Devils have to get at least 2.5 yards on this play from their own 28.
I think
Let's
Coach
see what
Little's
they
going to
come
let the
with.
clock run down and call a timeout.
He still has 3 to use, and that'll put it at about 5 minutes to go if he chooses to do that. We're under 5 minutes now. Devils holding on to a 2-point lead, 28-26, and the Devils do take a timeout. Coach Little wants to talk it over. Devils on top of Peoria Notre Dame with 4:55 to go, 28-26. We'll have a crucial 3rd down coming up next on 103.9 The Fox.
This is your home for Blue Devil football.
In the past, everyone came to you and you did business at your own kitchen table.
This is Financial Services Representative Michael Libman with MetLife in Quincy. I still make house calls. I'll confidentially ask you questions to help you make decisions about your life insurance, IRAs, long-term care insurance, investing, and estate planning. Call me and I'll come sit with you at your kitchen table.
MetLife offers financial services and life insurance. Call Michael Libman. He makes house calls.
L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. V is very, very extraordinary. E is even more than anyone that you adore.
On visiting PND. Devils are going to go for it. Run it right up the middle with Osborne. He's got it out to the 31. That's a big first down. Jim, it was only 3 yards, but you didn't need the home run. You needed 2.5 to keep the ball, and the Devils come up with 3.
Yeah, let me tell you something. Peoria Notre Dame had every guy but one. 10 guys coming up on that line of scrimmage to try and stop that play. Now, here's the thing. They're going to let the clock try and run down. The problem is in high school football, you don't have a clock on the field, so you don't know if there's, what time's left on the play clock. So I certainly hope we're a little careful here and, don't try and bleed it too much and end up getting a silly penalty.
1st and 10 from the 31 for the Devils. They're going to run this one with Osborne off the right side. Osborne getting a secondary push out to the 35. The pile is stopped there. Osborne has 4 on the carry, 11 carries for 113 yards tonight for Osborne. Because of the fire, the 4-alarm fire that's going on in downtown Quincy, we have been told that they're going to evacuate the Lincoln Douglas building, which is the building that houses 103.9 The Fox. Bo Beecraft, our producer, has volunteered to stay on as long as the Quincy Fire Department will let him. We hope to bring you the end of this game before the building is evacuated due to a dangerous fire downtown. 3:50 to go, 28-26. Blue Devils on top of PND and driving. 2nd down and 6, wing T. They're going to give it to the trailer. It's Unmisig. He's got a blocker. He is ankle tackled at the 47, or he could have been taking it all the way.
I thought that was going to the house.
It's another first down, though, for the Blue Devils, and those are just as good with time becoming short.
Wow, that was, I don't know if that kid was on the ground and lifted his hand up, but it was
11 for Unmisig.
close.
He's got 44 now on the night. Blue Devils 1st and 10 at their own 48. I mentioned it late in the 3rd quarter. This game is unfolding as a coming-of-age game for this Blue Devil program. Can they take this win away from Peoria Notre Dame? 3:25 to go, 1st and 10 from their own 28, from their own 48. Blue Devils lead 28-26. Wing T behind Cricard. Handed off to Osborne. Wants to bounce it outside. Cuts it up the middle. Trips across the 50. He's down to the 48 into PND territory for a gain of 4.
Tried to juke Notre Dame's defensive, and look, Washington, their quarterback plays defensive end / outside linebacker and is their starting quarterback. I mean, I give that kid and those kids a lot of credit. Now, it is a 4A school, so they don't have the type of numbers Quincy High might have, although the sideline doesn't look decimated by, numbers. And I tell you what, this is a quality football team the Devils are playing here tonight, and if they can hold on in these last 3 minutes, grind this clock out, it's a signature win so far.
The Blue Devils next week will be on the road, and this Peoria Notre Dame team will be at home. They'll take on Rock Island Alleman. Alleman gets back to 1-1 with a win tonight over Galesburg. Blue Devils go on the road to Rock Island.
We need to argue for, commendation medal for Bo for sticking back there.
He is taking care of us. Bo's already had a bad day. After his morning show on another radio station concluded, he lives 2 separate lives. He was in a traffic accident at 10:30 this morning. So we give a big commendation to Bo. 3 minutes to go out of the timeout. Blue Devils break it off on the near side. Blue Devils are going to try to take this 49 yards, and Robbins is going to be drug out of bounds on the near side, just shy of the end zone at the 9. 40 yards for Robbins, and the Devils are putting this game away with their wing T offense.
Well, it just goes to show you, when you get some decent blocks, Quincy High has the hitters in the backfield that have the speed that can take it to the house on any play. Robbins, Osborne, even Unmasing.
Yep. Blue Devils are now 1st and goal from the 9. I think this win tonight, this program has played big games under Coach Little. But this win tonight would probably be the best win of his tenure. Blue Devils are going to come out with trips to the right side, 1 man to the near side, 1 man in the backfield. That is going to be Robbins. They'll hand it off to Robbins. He'll fight his way down to the 7-yard line and be stood up. Gain of 2, and the clock continues to roll. Peoria Notre Dame has 2 timeouts yet to use. The Blue Devils also with 2 timeouts, should they choose to use them.
I imagine what you'll see Notre Dame do. This is 2nd down. They'll use one after this play and after 3rd down. You want to conserve the clock for your offense. I mean, I don't think they can take the chance of letting it just go and save the timeouts for their offense.
Gain of 1 for Robbins. 2nd and goal from the 8. Blue Devils come out with the tailback behind the fullback. That's Bondon. Bondon going to throw a big block. Robbins out on the corner. Cuts it back in at the 7. He's down to the 5. And he picks up 3 yards.
Talk about stupid penalties. We have a holding at the 12-yard line on Riverview, which is now going to make that 2nd down. And
that's going to make that 2nd down and 18. 2nd down and goal from the 18.
At least.
If they mark it 10 yards from the spot of the foul, which the flag is at the 16, it would be 2nd, or they're going to move the flag to the 14 and mark it off 10 yards. So it's going to be 2nd and goal from the 24.
Okay, now what you've done is you got 2 minutes left. Okay. You can't get too happy and pat yourself on the back because Robbins got down. We didn't put it in the end zone yet. There's still plenty of time for that Peoria Notre Dame offense to do something and get into field goal range. And they still got 2 timeouts.
They didn't have to use one there because of the penalty.
No, they just did.
Now that clock was about to wind, and they do want to save as much time as they can. Minute 53 to go in the ball game. Blue Devils on top, 28-26. There have been 2 key plays in this game, and they have both been tries and misses by the Peoria Notre Dame special teams. They tried for a 2-point play early after the touchdown by Shadid from 31 yards out. They were up 13-7 and looking for something to put the cherry on top of the whipped cream. It didn't work. The Blue Devils would come back, take a 14-13 lead. The Blue Devils were up 28-20. Once PND scored to make it 28-26, they had to go for 2 to bring it to even. They did, and the Devils stopped them. So 2 failures on special teams after touchdowns for Peoria Notre Dame are the reason the Blue Devils have this scant lead, 28-26, with a minute 53 to go at Flynn Stadium.
It's a questionable call with a kicker like you have for Peoria Notre Dame. Why every time you just don't kick it? I don't know why they came out in that, but it could come back to bite them.
Second and goal from the 24 after the holding penalty on Notre Dame. They're going to roll Cricard to the near side. Cricard gets a block in the backfield. He's at the 15, the 10, and he's going to be stopped at the 10. That'll bring up third and goal from the 10 after a gain of 14. That was a crushing block thrown by Robbins on the crackback.
That sure was. And number 8 for Peoria Notre Dame, David Shadid, is very slow to get up. Now, how many Shadids do they have? 3, Luke, Andrew, and David. Wow.
That's a set. Minute 42 to go.
So they used their last timeout.
Yeah, third and goal from about a football length outside the 10. We'll keep it here for you at Flynn Stadium.
That was a huge pickup. I was going to say 14 yards to make third down much more manageable.
You know, radio is wonderful because it's the theater of the mind, and you couldn't ask for 2 bigger A-list theater of the mind actors than Jim Hansen and myself. But if you'd like to watch the end of this game with us, well, you can do that as well. Go to QuincyJournal.com, click on the QJTV logo at the top, and you can watch tonight's game online at QuincyJournal.com. Just click the QJTV tab at the top, and you can see it in full HD video with our play-by-play from 103.9 The Fox overlaid. We'd like to thank Quincy Journal for making us their game of the week this week as the Blue Devils are at home trying to take down this Peoria Notre Dame team. Boy, it's been an excellent game, worthy of the game of the week so far.
Is this 2-down territory for Quincy High?
I think so, just because I think it's 2-down territory because there's no more timeouts for PND. Take that time off the clock, make them start from as deep as possible. Third and goal from the 10. Trips to the near side. Single back is Robbins. They're going to go with Robbins. He makes it a race to the corner. Stutter step. He's around the corner. Robbins is into the end zone. Robbins is in. Touchdown from 10 yards out. Blue Devils are going to go up 34-26 with 94 seconds to go.
Well, you know, he just beat Shadid to the corner. That's that play, trips to the near side, and, you know, set up Robbins one-on-one, and he was able to get to the corner.
202 on 18 carries for Robbins. 3 touchdowns on the night, 2 rushing, 1 receiving. He has been the everything man for QHS again this evening. Devils are just going to try to add the extra point with Unbasig. They're up 34-26.
This is a big extra point. They were offside.
The snap is high. The kick is up and good. A flag is thrown. This is going to be declined, and the Blue Devils will put the extra point on the board. 35-26. That should end this game for the Blue Devils.
Well, you know, we knew this was going to be a tough game to start out with. They waved the flag off. Oh, the scorekeeper put up the wrong score. It's 35-26. And that was a defining drive for this team. I mean, they took the ball, I think we said, with 5:40 to go in the game after Peoria Notre Dame had come down to score. And to keep it out of their hands, minute and a half left, and put points on the board, convert a crucial 3rd and 2, and then convert a touchdown from 2nd and 24
after taking a 10-yard holding penalty.
The thing about this league, though, you can't pat yourself on the back too hard because next week you're heading to Rock Island.
Or this soon-to-be league.
Well, yeah, or the Western Big Six. I mean, even, you know, Rocky's waiting, and that'll be a tight.
Notre Dame will be a part of this Midwest 10 starting next year.
And they're going to be just as good, if not a little better next year with everyone they got coming back.
Blue Devils going to kick it away from their own 40-yard line. Unbasig is ready to roll. The left footer puts it up in the air, and this one is going to be taken at the 4. The setup is returned right up the middle. Blue Devils get right onto Shadid and drag him down at his own 32. So, with just 87 seconds on the clock. Peoria Notre Dame needs to find a way to score 9 points.
Have they stopped us from scoring in the second half?
They have not. The Blue Devils have had 3 possessions and 3 touchdowns. Blue Devils looking to keep this ball game in front of them.
Oh, boy.
All the way down the field and incomplete. Blue Devils had a better line on it than the intended receiver for Washington, as he had one man flying down the far side. The Blue Devils had Bilgrey running step for step with the intended receiver, Luke Shadid, off the far side. Blue Devils now looking at a 2nd and 10 as they have to defend Peoria Notre Dame. Notre Dame out of the shotgun now, personal protector back for Washington. Washington tucks it, wants to run, looking downfield, throws a duck over to the near side, and that's incomplete, looking for Shadid again on the crossing route. The final seconds are being wound off the clock as we speak. The Blue Devils of Quincy High about to put a signature win on the board. Near sack, putting it down and running with it is Washington. Washington's at the 40. He's looking for the sideline, turns it back inside. He'll rush for a gain of 8
tackle by
on the
River
play.
Bew.
And Bew, he did the hard work of turning that play back inside.
Well, he was nice job of tagging Washington in the open field to force a 4th and 2.
On the outside, it's going to be a pitch. They turn it up to Sanders. Sanders has the first down. He's hit at the 45 and stopped at the 46, so a gain of 6 for Sanders. He has 115 on the night. We've just received word, I believe, from the Quincy Fire Department that due to the structure fire at the Newcomb Hotel, we now have confirmation from Quincy Fire that it is the Newcomb Hotel at 400 Main, a 4-alarm fire. The Lincoln Douglas building is being evacuated. City buses will be available, and they will be taking people to the Quincy Senior Center at 639 York. So the Lincoln Douglas building in downtown Quincy, home to many seniors in the area, is being evacuated because of the fire that we now have confirmed at the Newcomb Hotel, also in downtown Quincy. They are catty corner from each other at the corner of 4th and Main. Those who are being evacuated from the Lincoln Douglas are being taken to the Quincy Senior Center via city bus. Long pass downfield, interception for Quincy High, and this game is over. Bilgrey, who has been excellent on pass defense all night, has ended the game with an interception of Washington. You can hear the crowd in full throat behind us here at Flynn Stadium. This has been an absolute coming-of-age game for Quincy High tonight over a very good Peoria Notre Dame team.
Yeah, I think there's times in a program when, you got to step up and win not only the games you should win, but win games against good quality opponents and show you're a good quality team. And I think the Blue Devils did that here tonight. They forced stops in the second half that they weren't able to make in the first half, and their offense went unstoppable, scoring on every possession except for the kneel down here to end the game. And, you see a lot of the Blue Devil guys shaking hands, and those kids know it was a hard-fought game, and Peoria Notre Dame's a tough, hard-nosed team. And they're 4A. I would watch for them to go far in Class 4A.
The Blue Devils take a knee and run it out. Win it by the final of 35-26 over Peoria Notre Dame. They dropped to 1-1. The Devils improved to 2-0 on the season. The postgame show, it comes up next. The Blue Devils knock off Peoria Notre Dame 35-26 on 103.9 The Fox.
In the past, everyone came to you and you did business at your own kitchen table.
This is Financial Services Representative Michael Libman with MetLife in Quincy. I still make house calls. I'll confidentially ask you questions to help you make decisions about your life insurance, IRAs, long-term care insurance, investing and estate planning. Call me and I'll come sit with you at your kitchen table.
MetLife offers financial services and life insurance. Call Michael Libman. He makes house calls.
L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. V is very, very extraordinary. E is even more than anyone that you adore. And love was made for me.